Please give me the answer I need to make sure I get stenciled on this plaque.
Jake Kumaro? Who in the fuck is that?
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's the Commish. Back here with another team preview. This time we got Susan fighting Geese. You know, she holds the prestigious honor of being the Commish's wife, and trust me, it is quite an honor. You know, for Suze, she's always been pretty good. 5th place finish last year. That's tied for her best. I know she's always tried to get in at least the top 3, but she's always done pretty well. You know, getting into the lineup, her favorite team's the Saints, so she's got the quarterback there, Drew Brees. No doubt her hero there. Running back, this is where it gets pretty thin for the wife. Tavon Austin, Javorius Allen, and Kalen Ballage. None of them have a starting role or a legit starting role, so that's definitely going to be a weakness for her this year. Wide receiver, we got Fitz, Landry, Danny Amendola. So Fitz is probably going to retire at the end of the year, so that should be interesting. At tight end, you got Zach Ertz and George Kittle. So 2 guys that should produce in the tight end position. RWT, you know, pretty good depth there with Adam Humphries, Rashard Higgins, Geronimo Allison. All these guys look like they could contribute to some degree on their teams. Looking at Sousa's lineup, she decided to keep a bunch of offensive players on the bench right now. Dante Foreman, Mostert, Murphy, a bunch of receivers, and then a couple of backup tight ends. Looking at kicker, you got Phil Dawson. That one should be interesting to look out for because I know he is battling another kicker in camp there. On defense, the Saints defense I think is going to be pretty good this year, so that's a pretty good pickup for her. The Colts defense, obviously, that's just a backup. On DL, you got Jarrell Casey and Emmanuel Ogba. Linebacker, pretty thin as well, with Hitchens, Lee, and Walker. DB, Ramsey, Simmons, and Marcus Williams, who I think is going to have a big bounce back here after that missed tackle. And DP, McDougald, Vaccaro, and May. So the reality is, for the wife here, she traded some picks away to some other teams last year. Some of them got traded to me as well. But it's cost her, just like it did for some other teams in the league this year, to try to be a contender. I got her going 5-7 through the first 12, heading into week 13. I do not see a repeat playoff performance, but I also don't see a team who's in jeopardy of falling in the bottom 3. So it's going to be an interesting year for sure. I know she's going to be watching the Saints closely this year, and I'm wishing her success. But when we play each other, I definitely don't.